Okay, and really quickly before I want to take a picture of us. Okay. Is the battery good? Are we good?
Hopefully.
Right.
I charged it.
Okay. Well, we'll just see then, won't we? Okay. Because then everybody likes to know, like, when we're about to.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good. We're good. We gotta have something on our nose. Oh, okay.
Do you need
in front of you?
Like you're actually eating? There we go.
Something in my throat. Chewing noises are interesting noises. These are good eggs, aren't they?
Those are great eggs.
I'm a good egg maker.
You are.
Mm-hmm.
You made these yourself just for me.
Mm-hmm.
Scrambled them.
Yep.
In your kitchen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I love it. That's awesome.
They are really good eggs. I'm probably going to eat the whole thing.
They are.
I'm so sorry if you like hear me chewing and stuff. And apologies because I'm being...
No, this is great.
This is great.
Oh, I guess we should probably start picture shows and petticoats now.
Yes. Okay, so hi. Welcome to Picture Shows and Petticoats.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we are enjoying some scrambled eggs, as you saw.
Scrambled eggs. Straight from Mrs. Patmore's kitchen.
I don't know. I think mine might be better.
Cooked by Lady Elizabeth.
Yeah. So,
is that in the shot? Is it not?
Sorry, that's just me. Episode 6.
Yes.
Of Series 4, Downton Abbey. That's what we're discussing today.
U.S. broadcast.
Yeah. And I'm being totally unprofessional on Instagramming something right now. So, there we go. It's up.
I'm going to have more eggs.
So, anyway.
So, I'm Jennifer White from inwhichiblog.com and at Jennifer White on Twitter.
And I'm Elizabeth. I think I have eggs stuck in my throat. At ElizabethMichelle.com. Elizabeth, yeah, that's right. ElizabethMichelle.com. Why do I never, ever get it right?
You'll find her.
Everywhere. And I don't say my last name, so...
I thought Michelle was your last name.
Yeah, sure. Someday, maybe. Maybe. And I'm at Elizabeth Mel on Twitter.
We haven't done our tea blend yet.
Oh, we haven't! Oops.
I'm sorry.
It was a busy week.
Yeah, I've been busy and I do apologize, but we're going to work on it. It's on our list of things to do.
I got a new nephew this week.
You did?
Mm-hmm. He looks pretty good.
Did you post pictures on your Twitter feed?
No.
Okay.
Well, wait, did I post one? I may have posted one. I don't post pictures of other people's babies, so, you know what I mean? Like, some people get a little bit...
I don't know what you mean. Because I'm an aunt.
Well, I am too, but some people, I'm not saying anybody I'm related to, but some people are really weird about you posting pictures with their kids.
That's true.
And so I'm not going to do it without their express permission.
That's true.
Unless my dad sends it to me, and then I will. Because then I have to just talk to my dad about it. This is boiling hot water. Okay. So
we had a serious episode this time. Well, I mean, most of them are, but...
some things came back up that I didn't expect.
Such as?
Well, I'm going to save a lot of it till the end, but... Well, okay, so at the beginning we have everybody finding out... Well, not everybody, but the cat is out of the bag about Anna.
With Mary.
That's enough! That's enough! Everyone will find out now.
Yeah. And the sooner the better.
Mm-hmm.
But Lord Grantham... Okay, so... Yeah, go ahead.
He's going to the States.
He got a telegram.
Mm-hmm. Because Uncle Harold...
By Morse code.
Uncle Harold is in trouble.
They're going to think he's some sort of wildcat driller.
Yep.
So Lord Grantham to the rescue. He has to leave his cozy chair in Downton Abbey and get on the boat across the Atlantic.
Yep.
The raging seas, as he calls it.
How long was the trip back then? So it was still like weeks, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Yuck.
I don't know. Was the QE2 around back then?
I don't know. Do you get seasick?
No, because the QE wasn't around back then. But yeah. Okay.
One had been at one point.
Yes.
One. But do you get seasick?
I don't really know. I've only ever really been on a lake.
No, you don't get seasick on lakes. If you do, you probably really have problems. But I do. Just kind of the thought of it.
But isn't it supposed to be glamorous for the upstairs crew anyway?
I think so. But I've never been on a trip like that, so I've never even been on a cruise. Everybody cruises nowadays.
I'm not a cruise person.
I'm not. I have like a moral problem with cruise tourism after a class I took in college.
I'm a take me to Europe and let me see England.
But you can do one of those river cruises.
Yes.
Ooh, this looks so fun.
Viking river cruises. Are we going to do a little ad for them?
Hi, Viking.
Thank you for bringing us Downton Abbey.
Yeah, and we're not sponsored by Starbucks today. I just have I have my Starbucks mugs out, so
we're in product promotion mode today.
I guess so. So, what on earth is he going to do for Harold?
I don't know. Testifying in front of a senator, or if he's just supposed to be there during the... He's like a character witness?
I guess maybe, because I don't know what else he would be any good for. Oh, what has Harold done?
I don't know. I'm very unclear on it. But Thomas gets to go instead of Bates.
And he gets to look at all the young stewards walking down. Mary.
Oh my gosh. Coming from Mary, that was about the funniest scene almost in the whole episode.
And what was it that her dad said back to her?
He was like, don't be something.
Yeah, like what do you know about that? So I'm married, I know everything. I've been married. Yeah. She probably does. No.
I'm sure she knows more than I do.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Oh,
Mr. Canute.
Okay.
Yeah, let's move on. Okay. But did you notice that, okay, remember last season after Mary married Matthew, and she stopped coming down for breakfast because she was married and she didn't have to.
Oh, yeah.
And now that she's widowed, she's still not coming down for breakfast. She's still having breakfast in bed. Because she doesn't have to, because she was married. I don't know. I just noticed that this week, and I just thought it was a fun little detail.
I would like to learn a little more about that, the whys.
Cultural expectations.
I have 4 lines of notes this week, and one of them's the title. So, because I tweeted.
Yes,
I tweeted.
Maybe you just need to get our Twitter feed
I should probably just get our Twitter feed up.
But Mr. Blake is not under Mary's spell, says Edith.
Whatever. Not yet.
Well, and the fact that Edith would open her mouth about anything right now, I'm just like...
Shut your mouth.
Speak to the hand, Edith, speak to the hand. She was so full of self-pity this week, I just wanted to hurl.
I knew you were going to come into this with no Edith sympathy. Shut all.
Dead to me this episode. No. But I was like, how many novels have we read? How many stories have we been told about how girls would, especially girls from families with money, would just go off into the country for an extended visit and come back, and that, problem solved. They gave their child up for adoption or whatever.
Right. Have we talked about this, about how it is a little bit more realistic? I think, I don't really know, I don't know the stats on this, but for a girl in her particular situation, like having a father who's got some money and, she's in the aristocracy, wasn't it more likely for someone to go ahead and have the baby?
I would have thought so. Yeah, because she could afford to go to Europe with Aunt Rosamond
and just go
for a couple of
while, and
or go to India, which is what we suggested before, and just not come back. Keep the baby.
I'm glad that they did it this way. I mean, we're skipping a lot of things, but Edith goes. Her plan is to have the abortion, and she gets there, and
she just couldn't go up into the nursery and look at the baby because it was just bad. Anyway, sorry, I'm doing my no pity for Edith.
I'll be the one. I'll take her side.
Okay,
this time.
You do it.
So, but she makes the decision that this isn't the way to go, right? After seeing the inside. Oh.
Right. And it wasn't, I mean, it
wasn't a back alley. Well, it kind of was a back alley, but it wasn't, it didn't look bad.
But I think it's just implied that it's a bad situation.
Right.
Or what's on the other side of it.
We've all seen Dirty Dancing.
Right. But
I think we all have. I don't know. But,
oh, yeah. Who doesn't love Patrick Swayze? That is like the one thing that would make Downton Abbey better. Is if Patrick
Swayze is going to come back up again in this episode, and you don't know how yet.
Oh my gosh, I have something to look forward to. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Alrighty.
So
Edith.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about what we've heard.
Okay.
She's talking about a tenant farmer in the preview for next week. That there's a tenant farmer and everything, but then I read the description of next week's episode, and it says that Edith and Aunt Rosamond make travel plans. Something like that.
Good idea.
Yeah. We'll have the baby in America or somewhere, and where no one cares that you're doing this.
Right.
It'll be fine.
Well, and I have to tell you, when we just rewatched it together, and so while I was sitting there, what I was thinking, I was trying really hard to be a kind and big-hearted person, which sometimes can be challenging for me. But I was sitting there and I was thinking, I'm an aunt and I have nieces. I have many nieces. And if one of them came to me in trouble, what would my response be? I was thinking about Aunt Rosamond and how she has reacted to Edith. And first of all, what I was thinking was she is so loving and kind, which is very uncharacteristic for Aunt Rosamond. But I also thought, because I'm this way, but if it were my niece, I would be like, okay, I want you to go have a baby and I will raise it. It was like, I'll keep your kid. And I know it's back in an earlier time when it might not have been technically possible for Aunt Rosamond to do that, but if anybody could have found a way, it would have been her.
Yeah. I think they're going to handle things well. I just don't know where Gregson is going to figure out all of this.
I'm worried this is going to be a little Nazi baby. That's not okay with me. That's not okay.
And I told you that I was looking up all this stuff, right, about how it's very likely that he could be in the early developing stages of being part of the, I can't remember what the political party is, but the one that just preceded the Nazi party. So
they're training him to be a spy in London for them.
So,
where is Gregson?
Where is he? I don't know. Let's find him. So we have Alfred coming back too.
Yes.
And everybody's all Twitter-pated back home.
I was really kind of surprised that Mrs. Hughes and Carson went to so much trouble to keep Alfred away just because of Daisy and Ivy. That's a lot of trouble to go to for two silly little girls. And then they just end up back at it again.
He really has his heart set on Ivy, doesn't he?
And it looks like he's going to get her.
Probably so, because now she's done with Jimmy.
And Alfred's moving up in the world, so Ivy gets to marry herself a big shot in London.
Well, that was it was a minor story. It wasn't particularly intriguing to me, but it'll be interesting to see where that goes.
And Thomas wants James to be happy and healthy and courting a girl from the village by the time he returns from America. It was terribly sweet.
So, where do we want to go from here?
Well, we can
Mary
head
and the
scrambled
eggs. Okay.
I wanted to punch Mr. Blake when Mary said thank you to him for being there to say goodbye to Lord Grantham, and he says Evelyn wanted to.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, I gotta be honest with you though. I know, and it's like a character flaw of mine. I kind of like disagreeable guys. And the fact that the two of them are clashing so badly, I said this last week. I knew this is going to be like a romance for the ages. Because they hate each other to begin with. They don't agree on stuff. But then they find out what they do. I think I have blue jays again.
Blue
I'm
jays
sorry, but they're like right there.
They're bullies. Blue jays are.
Okay.
But yeah, neither one of them is as bad as they're trying to pretend to be to the other person.
Yeah. So they go to check on the pigs.
I'm bored.
Gonna go take a walk, go check on the pigs. And I love where this is going. Did you see what I tweeted? I wanted her to end up in a field like Anne and Diana with the Jersey cow and Anne of Avalon.
It was. That was
exactly
an Anne Shirley scene, if ever there was one. I was asking her, I was like, how did he know just from looking at the pig for half a second that it was dehydrated? How did he know that?
I don't know why you're questioning Mr. Blake's abilities.
I'm so sorry. Is there anybody who knows about pigs out there that can tell me how he knew? I would just love to know.
It's my papa.
Okay.
They used to have pigs.
Okay. Mr. Blake saved their bacon.
Yeah.
I was halfway glad to see Gillingham show up at the house. I'm ready for somebody to start punching somebody.
Hold on, we're not done.
Okay.
So they end up and they're all in the mud and everything?
In the manure, you mean? You smell good, Mr. Blake.
Yeah.
What's that fragrance you're wearing?
And then they end up back at the house.
They haven't gone back to the house since dinner, and it's dawn.
And they're not, and what was it? Oh, so many good little teeny tiny moments between Mrs. Hughes and Carson this week, as well as Isabel and Dr. Clarkson.
So the front door never got locked. Yep. Speaking of moments between Mr. Hughes.
Oh yeah, because they came in through the servants' entrance, right? Didn't they?
Well, because they didn't come back until dawn, or almost dawn. And so the front door was never locked all night with the key sitting there. Would you like to live in a place where you could do that?
I have family members that don't lock their doors because they don't believe in it. It's weird. But, so yeah, they go back to the house. And she just immediately starts cooking, and everybody's going to think I'm crazy, but I felt like the way that the scene was, and not exactly, it wasn't slow like that, but there was something about her making the eggs. I felt like I was watching like the pottery wheel scene in Ghost. And here's the other Patrick Swayze reference that Jennifer did not know was coming. So I did. It's like,
where does she learn to make eggs? I mean, I remember Sybil learning to cook, but I don't remember Mary learning.
I don't know.
Did Sybil teach Mary because Mary didn't want to be left out?
Doesn't everybody know how to scramble an egg?
But Mary would rather go to the stake than go to a political rally. So,
also steaks, America, steaks and ketchup and what was it she said?
I don't know. It was on Twitter.
Mrs. Patmore thinks we eat ketchup and steak. Ketchup? Steak with ketchup? I've never had steak with ketchup.
I don't know.
I do have a steak in the refrigerator right now that I'm going to cook for dinner tonight.
I do eat it with A1 because I just love A1. I think it's un-American to not like A1. It doesn't matter how good the steak is.
I'm kind of a Heinz 57 girl.
I like Heinz 57 on my cream cheese with crackers.
Oh, that sounds good. I fed you. We're off subject now. We'll talk about the fat bomb later.
Okay.
Yeah, so I love the eggs.
And I love these eggs.
I'm a good egg maker.
I like these eggs better than Mary's eggs.
They're good. And there's a secret ingredient, don't tell anybody.
I'll be like the Bush Beans dog. I'll be like, text me. I'll tell you. That's funny.
Okay.
So what is it Mr. Carson says to Mrs. Hughes about you can be a real plotter when you want to be, and she says it's a skill every woman must learn. Yeah. That and making scrambled eggs. Okay, so Rose wants to go to London. What could go wrong? Absolutely nothing. Rose is in charge of the fun.
Mm-hmm. And she's taking her job seriously.
Her own fun.
She's got to go have some fun.
Forget everybody else.
So I don't remember his name. Once again.
Mr. Ross.
Mr. Ross.
She is the future Mrs. Rose Ross. Something like
Whoa.
that.
Let's get out the smelling salts. Okay, so that, they're in a boat in public, kissing.
She doesn't mind being seen by people doing bad things. I just think she's just that dumb. It's not about, I don't think for her it's really so much about doing what other people tell her she can't.
Yeah.
I think it's just, she just thinks that that's what life is for. Has she not been taught better? Was her mother just
her mom
too busy fighting with her father? I don't know. But that woman, she needs to go to school. Somebody needs to hand her a book and say, read this. I don't know. Maybe they should send her on an art tour of Italy or something, but she wouldn't come home. She took a night train to Timbuktu. Maybe they need to... I vote, this is my vote for the plot line, I vote that she marries Mr. Ross and they move to France. Like, she obviously loves to speak French with a horrible accent. It just hurt me listening to her. But anyway, I think she should live there and then it can work. And then her mom could come and stay with her when her parents aren't speaking to each other.
We're down to the nitty gritty now.
To Anna and Bates.
Yeah. Aren't we? Well, we haven't even talked about Granny being sick.
Oh, let's talk about Granny.
Let's do that first. So Granny, really super sick. And she is funny when she's sick. I mean, she's funny all the time, but...
She's got that stiff upper lip. She didn't want to collapse.
Yeah.
Until he had left, so he would worry about her.
Yeah. Because he would have stayed, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Or Grantham, that is.
Isabel nurses her.
Yeah. She's Granny's worst nightmare.
Get that mad woman out of here. And Dr. Clarkson keeps getting closer and closer to Isabel. Watch it again. You will see.
Yeah, he did. It seems like every time.
We're alone in a room with a sick person who can't hear us.
Who can't, and she's like,
you can't hear me if I'm not whispering in your ear.
Yeah, really close.
That's awesome.
Body language,
That's true. Good acting. We like it.
Yeah.
Is that in the script? I want to see the script. Did he just do that?
Oh, I would like to see that too. It's always interesting to see what an actor chooses to do versus what they're controlled. So she gets better though, and she's playing cards. That card playing moment was so cute. How could he?
See, and I totally missed it completely the first time I was watching it because what happens right before that is Mrs. Hughes' confrontation with Green.
Oh.
So I didn't get to I was so overwhelmed by that confrontation that I really didn't even see the card scene at all till we rewatched it.
I wondered if Mrs. Hughes was going to murder him there in the
I was worried that he was going to murder her.
Something. There were a lot of things that could have been grabbed and used.
Sharp, pointy objects.
Oh.
And he had that wicked, evil look on his face,
he's like bad man.
Yeah.
bad man. Ugh, I don't like him. So, and I can never look at someone the same way once they play a rapist on a show.
Right.
I can't.
Right.
That's my own fault. But. That confrontation, and basically, we saw Mr. Green come in and have whatever meal it was that he had, whenever.
It's like lunch and then dinner.
Yeah, when Lord Gillingham arrived. And things were pretty smooth. I mean, I think Bates noticed something was up right then with Anna and the way that she reacted whenever she realized he was in the room, but he still didn't know, and it wasn't until later. Anyway, skipping ahead, but Mrs. Hughes and her confrontation with him were really scary.
Yep. I think, I don't know. I don't know what she expected going into that room. I almost wonder if maybe she hoped that he would be, almost half sorry. But he's so far gone that, I don't know. But she told him to keep his mouth shut and his head down, and then he didn't.
And there's a lot of ways to look at that, but he probably gets some enjoyment out of, just, the little verbal
getting
digs.
Off on being in the same place.
Really into that.
Ugh. Yeah. Oh, I know.
Ugh. Okay, so
put a snake in his millet.
And then we have, what's her name? The new lady's name.
Baxter.
Yes. Baxter.
Thomas gives her instructions.
So she's keeping watch and
Mosley overheard and brought it up at the dinner table.
He has served a purpose. Now. Yep. So maybe someone else heard that and will realize that she's up to no good, but that's doubtful. This is Downton Abbey. So
Bates knows.
And
Bates knows.
It was really scary. I think they already exist. I think someone said. I think somewhere they exist. But his face.
The closing shot of the episode. Bates' face.
Whew.
I wouldn't want to make him mad.
Now I'm really afraid.
He's gonna get him. He loves Anna too much to leave her all alone and destitute.
Does
he loves her too much to kill him and go to jail. So
I hope so.
He has to think of a way.
Can there be like a hunting accident?
Possibly. Or maybe Lady Mary's going to get in on this action. I just keep hoping so. She does like to ride her little white horse and be a white knight from time to time.
Oh yeah, and since Gillingham's back, maybe she can. Oh yeah. Have a little.
If you love me, you'll kill him and make it look like it.
Yeah. Exactly.
That would be the Valentine's card.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way.
Happy Valentine's Day. If you love me, you'll send me chocolate. That's funny.
So I really think. I feel like we covered. Not a lot happened in this episode. There were a few, small things.
Oh, well,
what?
Have we met the second Mrs. Branson?
Oh, do we know her name?
She doesn't have a name, but she sure did have a place in that episode.
Mm-hmm. I like her. I want Tom to be happy.
Well, I tell you what, Tom is getting downright likable, and that's got me worried, but...
like they're gonna kill him?
No. Well, yeah. If you're nice, you'll get run off the road in a car accident. But, but I almost wonder. See, this is just me being me. But is it just maturity? Is it having to have lived life? He's not. He's a socialist, but he's not a socialist.
You like it because he's not a socialist.
Well, it's like his head has started to go a little more firmly on his shoulders now, because he's a dad now, and he's been a husband, and now he's responsible for a family of people by being their agent that doesn't always know or appreciate what it is they need.
Yeah. There are some changes in him. I think he sees that you can't always be. There's not always room for activism in everybody's life. Some people, you just have to kind of take care of business.
Right.
And so maybe he's a little bit past that. I don't know. And then who were they going to hear speak? He basically said he didn't care because he was a socialist, so none of it really mattered to him.
They were talking about current day political figures, so we could always go and look that up.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that we're left with at the end of this episode is 3 suitors all in the same house. So Napier called Mary the heroine of the pig drama, and he had 2 very subtle British subtle under the rug remarks this episode about when he said that she was the heroine of the pig drama. He said something about it increased the competition.
Yeah.
That Mr. Blake is now in the running, and then he said something about Charles thinks I'm blind where you're concerned, and that
it indicates they've talked about her, and that there's some that he knows.
Well, the look on Mary's face after he says it says everything. She knows exactly what he said. He knows that she knows. That's what I like.
I love that moment whenever she knows that he knows, or he knows that anyway. When the person realizes that the other one likes them, and maybe they didn't know that. I'm shocked, but really, I think she kind of knew anyway.
Oh, yeah, because he's part of the
girls almost always
previous
know.
Set.
Right? Don't girls almost always know? Guys are easy to read.
You're not
gonna say that.
I'm not literate where guys are concerned, so.
I always feel like I can tell, whenever I'm watching people, and you can tell if they like each other. It's my superpower. Okay, so is that all for Downton Abbey? Because I have something else I want to talk about.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna finish my eggs while you talk.
I don't have a lot to say about it, but okay. At the encouragement of a few people, namely my cousin Misty and our good friend Brian, they all suggested or asked if we were watching this, and then Misty said it was really good and everything, and so I did record it, and then I watched it yesterday.
The Making of a Lady.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even say what it was. The Making of a Lady came on directly after Downton Abbey. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I thought that the protagonist was really stupid. I would just like to think that, well, I don't know. I've seen a lot of movies. I've read a lot of books.
Right.
I feel like I would know if someone was poisoning me. When your new husband has warned you off of his terrible cousin who wants to come in and take over the house, and because you're now married, if you produce any children, then he'll no longer be the heir. You're going to let him in your house with his new wife and her mom?
No. What was it? Her old Aya? Or whatever?
Oh, it was? I thought it was her mother. I thought it was her mother, like the mother-in-law.
I don't.
Okay.
No.
I just assumed that she was an Indian girl.
And the only reason I know about Aya's is because of
The Secret Garden.
Of The Secret Garden, which is the book.
Yeah.
Before that, after that. And because I've seen...
Oh, hold on, wait.
This is based on a book. Written by Frances, or whatever her name is.
You can't, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that.
That's why it sort of took me off guard, this particular film did, because The Secret Garden is, even though it deals with heavy topics that, things that people don't understand and trying to find out the truth about, my family and my life.
Such a good one. Why don't we watch that and talk about it sometime?
It's really good.
Yeah.
This one was obviously not for children.
No.
It's
scary.
It was even hard for grown-ups. So it really was. It was more in the thriller horror genre than it was in the family film sort of deal. But I know Masterpiece isn't pretending to do family stuff, so
no.
Sometimes it happens.
I just don't know how I felt about it. I don't know if it was the way I need to read the book. That's what I always say. I need to read the book because I want to know if what I hate is the actual story, or if it's just the way that they put it on TV.
Right. Or who was cast in it.
Yeah. But I really felt like it was weird. and the people were stupid.
I like the way it started. I mean, I did
too, and it was kind of weird, and I was like,
and she seemed very smart at the beginning.
I mean, that's what didn't make sense about it.
Right.
Pregnancy hormones? Are we going to call it that?
Baby brain.
Baby brain?
No idea.
I don't know. I hope there's enough light in the shot.
Yeah, well, that's okay. If you don't see it, you don't need to read it.
It's alright. Dim lighting. I could have lit candles and put them in front of us for our Valentine's Day scrambled egg dinner episode.
It could be my Valentine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't tweet during that thing because I just didn't have anything interesting to say. So it's like if I'm not tweeting about something and you know I'm watching it.
It wasn't bad, and it was. The story it's really interesting. It was just
based
the
on
way
books.
Yeah.
So you can't get mad at the movie because it's based on books.
It just played out very strangely.
It's
one of those things where, they were stranded out there and then all of a sudden everybody starts dying and...
it was an accident. How did that happen?
Anyway, but it was...
Speaking of things that are based on books,
yeah,
you have a book on your table.
I know. I got it in the mail the other day because I mentioned this.
The commercials are on all throughout the Olympics.
I know. So it's on all the time. And I was going to read it before I went to the theater to see it, and I will, but, okay. Winter's Tale.
That's a thick book.
It is huge.
And is it tiny print, or is it readable?
It's readable. It's not bad. But I'm probably not going to be able to see this before it comes out on DVD.
Oh, stop. You're a fast reader.
I don't know. This would have to be really good for me to...
You'll have it read in 3 days, tops.
748 pages.
Yeah.
I don't think so. It would have to be wonderful. Maybe it is wonderful. I know a lot of people like it, but so we'll see.
And it opens in theaters tomorrow.
Tomorrow or today, Valentine's Day. Yeah, whatever.
Are you going to be there midnight?
No. You know I don't do midnight showings.
I thought you said you'd do it for this one.
I didn't say that there. Did I say that for something before?
I think you did.
This?
I think you said you'd do it for this
one.
This? I thought so. Because I kept going, there's no way she's going
there was something in my tea. No. Are you going tonight?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. I mean, because I would on a whim just go, but I have to go somewhere. I'm going to be somewhere tomorrow. All day.
Okay.
That's why I had to.
Me too.
Just get it.
And since we're talking about movies and such and so on and so forth, I texted you last night because I was watching the Olympics.
And my eyes just rolled.
Michelle Dockery, Lady Mary, is in a new film with Liam Neeson, who I love, and Julianne Moore, who is awesome, and the husband on The Making of a Lady.
It's taken on a plane.
Louis Roach? Is that how you say his name?
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, he's the captain. So,
what else has he been in?
It's called Nonstop. So I'm going to be seeing that one.
I'm not, because I'm going to be on a plane in a couple of months. And I am not going to watch a scary plane movie.
Does Michelle have a British accent in this film? Or does she do American?
I don't know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Okay.
Which is why I'm going to buy a ticket.
You can go see it and let us know. Okay. I'm going to be on a plane.
I'm going to make you watch Snakes on a Plane.
No.
There you go.
That was like the Sunday afternoon movie this past weekend, I think.
That's wrong.
I know.
Very wrong. Ruined your whole
The first time I heard about snakes on a plane, I thought it was a joke.
Speaking of snakes on a plane and Aya's in The Making of a Lady, when the Aya came in the room to dispatch with her, and she had that box in her hand,
Was there a snake in it?
I thought she was bringing a snake in the room.
Oh, it makes sense. Yeah.
But it wasn't.
What was it?
It was drugs to do her in and the baby. Kill them both.
It was really disturbing. So, if you're into that kind of thing, and I mean, it was a fun little mystery, but I don't know. I don't want another one. I'm glad there's not one.
Yeah.
But I did like the beginning.
Well, you read the book and you let me know.
We'll see. Maybe. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Nope. I'm looking forward to this next episode. I want to see Green hang.
Maybe he will.
Bad.
It's getting dark. We probably need to go.
Yeah. I have puppy dogs that need to be taken care of.
Yep. I have one too. She was scratching, wanting to come in. So. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we hope you have a happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.